What is going on, everybody? James of Blue Eye Tech Community here, and today I'll be unboxing the Logitech K380 and the Logitech Pebble Mouse. Now, these are used items, and honestly, I personally feel that buying used can actually be really good. I usually buy used or refurbished items more than I buy brand new. I will buy new items here and there sometimes, like in the case of the Backbone 1 controller. I bought that brand new and still love it, still think it's a great product. Now, up until recently, I've actually been using the Logitech K480, which I think is great. You can actually switch here between multiple different devices, and it has great keys. Honestly, I have no complaints with this whatsoever, and you can also put your phone or your tablet right here, which is great. But the unfortunate thing is, for whatever reason, some of the buttons just stopped working, so I needed to get a new keyboard, and that's why I came across the 380. There's a 380, since it is much more slim and actually more like kind of a travel size, actually it'd be kind of easier to take around with me. So let's see here. Right now, this I believe is the carrying case that they sent with it, which actually did some pretty good packing here. Here is the mouse, which we'll open up that next after we get a look at. This is the keyboard here. Now, the keyboard definitely has some good weight to it. It looks like they actually also boxed it in the original packaging as well, which is actually really cool. Now, when it comes to buying used tech, I definitely think it is a good idea to definitely do your research first. Definitely don't purchase anything where they just show stock photos. Ask the seller if they could actually upload photos of the item itself. Honestly, because I think it can be sketchy. Not saying in every single case it will be that way, but when it comes to tech, just kind of be careful, because sometimes it sounds like you could be getting a good deal when you're really not. So make sure that whatever item you're purchasing, tech or not, just anything in general, make sure there's actually a photo of the item itself and not just some stock photo. Now, I could definitely tell the seller took very good care of this box. It is pretty much in pristine condition, almost as if they just bought it and then just didn't want it and just decided to sell it. But let's see here. It looks like I got a piece of tape right there. Oh, it is still wrapped. Oh, wow. They still even kept the plastic wrapping, and looks like some of the paperwork here. So this seller definitely, that's one thing I like to do too, is I usually keep all the boxes and stuff like that for the tech products I buy, just because if I sell them, I want to sell them with the original packaging. But this is not a common thing you usually see when it comes to buying used items. It's actually pretty cool. It looks like some kind of quick start guide. You can sync up to 3 different devices on this, which is great. So I can go between my tablet, my phone, or my computer, which is perfect. Actually, it's very lightweight. That's what I love about this too, because I was actually debating between going, I was actually looking at the Magic keyboard, the Apple Magic wireless keyboard, which is kind of the same design. This is definitely plastic. This is not the design you get with Apple, but it is actually a very lightweight design. I like the feel of the keys, which is great. And the thing that this actually has over the Apple one is you don't really need to actually like unsync it and resync it to different devices. You can sync up to 3 different devices at the same time, which is great, and just kind of switch between those. And the battery life on this will actually last up to 2 years before you actually have to switch to the batteries. Now, granted, that's going to depend on how much you use the keyboard, but it's actually pretty cool that you actually don't have to actually unplug and replug it back in or charge it. It's just every 2 years or so, depending on how much you use it, you're good to switch to the batteries and you're good to go. So that's pretty cool. Actually, I really like this keyboard. It's actually pretty slick. Oh, and they got this switch here on the side to kind of switch on and off. And it looks like everything works here just fine. Got the green light in there. So they did send it with batteries, which is cool. Now, not knowing how long they've actually been using that, the batteries might not last that long. But let's see here. What do we got? Looks like this is the... Actually, so we'll go with the mouse last. Let's go with... this here, which this should be... That's a nice case. So this is the carrying case for the Logitech keyboard, and this is honestly a pretty good case. It's not like a hard shell case that's not gonna like protect it severely from drops and things like that, but honestly, from scuffs and scratches, this is actually not a terrible case. I might actually end up using this. I wasn't intending on actually using the carrying case, but knowing that I could just kind of throw this in a bag the way it is and not have to worry about it getting scratched or damaged in any kind of way. Yeah, it's not bad. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. And it doesn't take up a lot of space too, which is awesome. All right, and let's move on to the Pebble Mouse from Logitech here. Looks like, I can't tell if it's still within the original packaging or not. Looks like it's just wrapped in tissue. Yeah, it looks like it's wrapped in tissue, which is fine. Honestly, like if you're buying used products, I mean, like it's kind of a bonus if they send it with the original packaging, but it's not that big of a deal here. Let's see. That is a nice mouse. I've been so used to using the trackpad on my MacBook Air, but it's actually nice to be able to have the scroll wheel again, the right and left click here. Honestly, it's going to be nice to actually be able to use a mouse again. I like that. I was actually looking at getting a trackpad, a wireless trackpad, so I could use it, so use the gestures and stuff. But actually, I'm kind of glad I went with this. So this has been my unboxing of the Logitech K380 keyboard plus Logitech Pebble Mouse and the carrying case for the keyboard. Now, this is actually probably one of the best used tech buys I've actually had. Honestly, the condition of these are practically brand new, and the fact that it came with a carrying case and I bought all this for basically 20 bucks plus shipping is honestly a steal in my opinion. Now, when it comes to buying used tech, I think there's nothing wrong with it. And if you're going to get some used tech, make sure you're actually seeing the actual picture of the item itself and not just a stock photo. But if you do actually want to buy the Logitech Pebble Mouse or the K380 brand new, I will leave links down in the description below that you guys can get these brand new. Or you can even buy them refurbished. I think Amazon even has some refurbished ones as well if you want to save a couple bucks. But that's been my unboxing of the Logitech K380 keyboard and mouse. As always, been James Blue Eye Tech. I'll catch you guys next time. Have a good one.